Hello, I'm Kaiser and welcome to Moose Reads. Before I get started, I want to say that the opinions that I give here are my own opinions. They are extremely subjective. If I dislike a book, it is not a reflection on the author, and it is not a reflection on people who do like it. Different people have different tastes, and that's okay. Today, I will be reviewing Caliban's War by James S.A. This is the second book in the Expanse series. It is a sci-fi novel. The description says, "We are not alone. On Ganymede, breadbasket of the outer planets, a Martian Marine watches as her platoon is slaughtered by a monstrous super soldier. On Earth, a high-level politician struggles to prevent interplanetary war from reigniting, and on Venus, an alien protomolecule has overrun the planet, wreaking massive, mysterious changes and threatening to spread out into the solar system. In the vast wilderness of space, James Holden and the crew of the Rocinante have been keeping the peace for the Outer Planets Alliance. When they agree to help a scientist search war-torn Ganymede for a missing child, the future of humanity rests on whether a single ship can prevent an alien invasion that may have already begun." 4 stars. So, I watched the first couple seasons of the Expanse series with my brother a couple of years ago. We kind of lost interest at the point where it changed networks. It just didn't feel quite the same. But I'd heard the books were really good, and I was curious to see if my distaste was a product of the show or the novels. I read Leviathan Wakes, the first book, last April. I enjoyed it, but for some reason I never got around to picking up the second book. I'm going to try finishing off as many series as I'm able, so I decided to start working my way through this one. Ironically, I was in a mood for soft and fluffy romance by the time this came in from Libby, so I was going to return this early and try again later. I forgot to return it and pulled several library squares for this month's game, and the Perilous Courts are happily scratching the romance itch, so I decided to read this after all. And once I was finished, I was irritated that I didn't have time for the next book this month. Incidentally, if I can get it in from the library in time, I'm going to switch up my plans from reading House of Gold this month to reading Abaddon's Gate, because I really want to see how this goes. This is another book where I don't feel like there's a whole lot to say. It's got good characters and a very well-structured plot. I feel like if I sat down and tried to explain this book to someone, it would sound extremely boring. There are only a handful of action scenes in the whole thing, and the rest of it is largely galactic politics. But the way Corey lays out the plot and the times he chooses to shift between character perspectives kept me invested throughout. Some books are plot-driven and some books are character-driven, but these books are both. The characters are really likable and believable, and they move through a complex and intriguing plot. There's very little I have to say about this book. It's very well written and a strong sci-fi novel, and so far, series. I'd recommend any sci-fi fans out there who haven't already check this one out. That's all I have to say about Caliban's War. If you like this video, I hope you'll watch more in the future. Thanks for watching this one. Bye.